Welcome to By the Way with Beth and Stacey. I am Beth Cooper.
I'm Stacey Earlywine, and I don't even know what's happening. September's here.
I know, but it's just poof, it's going to be gone.
Don't say that, because I love
know,
the
but
fall.
I love it too, but it goes by so fast. I
We
mean,
need
we're filming
rain.
this, and it's already like the 10th day of September, and I feel like
Is
yesterday was
what
like
is
the
today?
first. I think it's the 10th. And we're filming this on a Tuesday.
Is
and
it the 10th?
I think
Oh
it's
my
the 10th.
gosh.
And it was just like yesterday was the first. So it's like, why does it go by so fast?
I don't know, but the other day I was like, I don't know, writing a check for something, and I almost wrote August. I'm still in August.
Oh, well, you need to catch up, girl.
I know, but
We're
going to
be in October, and you're not. You're going to still be in August.
Well, I know. I know we're going to be in October because we're ordering Halloween costumes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this is so funny. So, my friend Paula Romero, she came home this weekend, and so we were camping out at Oil Belt, and so Paula stayed at my house, and then my friend Angela Martin, they kind of like had a slumber party at my house, so they both stayed at my house and this type of thing, and I did not warn them that we both got our Halloween costumes.
Oh no.
So Jim's
they were hanging somewhere.
Well, I did put them in like Connor's old bedroom, right? Because I'm thinking they're not going to go in Connor's old bedroom, right? So I put my new witch's outfit in there and Jim's new mask and all this stuff in there, and they were both like, it scared me, Angela went in there to grab a pillow, and she about lost it because there's Jim's costume.
Oh, no.
And so they were laughing about it, and then Nancy Stringer had given me an old wedding dress that I believe was her mother's.
Oh, wow.
And so I had ordered one of them. What's the thing that a seamstress would use?
Like a dress form?
A dress form to put this, up. Well, and it was like, how like when you come in the front door that nobody uses, there's a hall closet there, and I just kind of shoved her in there. Well, Paula went in to make sure. Talk about Little House of Horrors.
Yeah.
She went in to make sure the front door was locked, and about, because saw something out of the corner eye. It was that black form. I said, well, for the love of God, don't go upstairs and look at that spare bedroom, because my husband's masks.
Oh,
yeah,
he keeps all the masks in there.
Well, yes, because we can't just put them in a tote for the love of all good. No, my husband bought wig forms.
Oh.
For them. So
So they're all displayed.
They're displayed.
Makes me think of in the Wizard of Oz too. She had that like glass cabinet of all the different heads.
Well, that's my house. That's my house. Yeah. So if you go up there, there's Freddy Krueger, there's an alien, there's Leatherface, there's literally everything, and I'm like,
why is it not good for a mask to just be stored flat or what?
Apparently, well, now, when my husband does buy his Halloween costume, this is for trick-or-treat night, our big blow. We don't just buy a cheap one. Oh, no, these are
expensive.
They're hardcore masks, so I can't just put them in a tote.
Okay.
Yeah, so they're literally, there's like a big I can't even.
My.
It's awful.
We don't do Halloween that seriously at our house. But
we
good for him. I mean, it is fun.
It's fun. No, he takes it. We take it very serious in his mask. So I've got this beautiful upstairs, so like an antique bedroom. There's a beautiful wardrobe.
I've been in it.
And my sleigh bed and an old desk. And
all the masks.
And all the masks.
Good luck to anyone that wants to get a good night's sleep there.
Yeah, you're not. Oh my God. Yeah, whatever you do, if you stay at my house, do not stay upstairs in that one bedroom.
You should rent that room out in October, as like a scary place to stay.
A fundraiser for Nostalgia Theater.
Yeah, spend the night in Stacey's guest room.
Oh my gosh. And then I was like, so then the next day, they stayed 2 nights, and then we ran around all day Saturday. I can't remember where we went. We went everywhere. And then we did all that. And when I came home, before I came home first, they were already gone. Then something delivered. And then when I came back to the house, like basically it's a skull with hair, saying that Jim's going to hold.
Oh, gosh.
So that was like, that big, like how the house is an open, but between that, those 2 antique pieces, there's this horrendous tall staff with a shrunken
head on it.
Goat head on it.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy. I can't wait to see it though. That'll be good.
I told the girls, I said, oh, by the way, more of Jim's Halloween shenanigans have shown up. So but we went to the Country Land. That was nice. We went out Country Closet. It was crazy. That's where I got your doll.
Yes. So I came home. I'd been gone on Saturday too. On my front porch was a very creepy small doll sitting on my in my rocking chair on my porch. So for my skit this coming weekend for the cemetery tour, I'm holding a small child, and I needed a doll for that. And Stacey found one at Country Closet. I'm surprised you paid that much though. I need to pay you back.
Did you tell your husband though that I got $5 off?
Yes, and I'm surprised.
Were you proud?
I am proud. Stacey never talks anybody down on price. She never wants to negotiate. I will negotiate every single time, and I will jump in and negotiate for her too. I'm like, I don't care if you tell me no. If this is the full price and the answer is no, that's fine. I accept that. But if we're antiquing, if we're at an antique shop, I will never buy anything without asking if they'll take less.
Yeah.
The answer is most of the time is yeah.
We were in Evansville, and I came across this beautiful pink love seat for my granddaughter Joanna for her new bedroom. Okay, so I'm just like, Beth, go see if they'll take less. But it was already marked down half.
They had just marked it down. They had just marked it down. So the answer was no, but the no was a still very nice no, and I was relaxed knowing that we got the best price we could for it. Because what if I hadn't asked and they said, yeah, the lady selling that said that she would, take $50 off.
Right.
Then $50 is better in your pocket than theirs.
Well,
so I always say that. But
yeah. Well, my husband so I'm going to probably get a different vehicle.
Oh, yeah?
Well, and it's pure vanity because I love my vehicle, but there's 3 other ones in town, and it drives me crazy. And so I want to get the new Acadia Denalia thingy, whatever it is, and the black with the light interior. Apparently, they're very difficult to find. We found one. My husband's doing hardcore negotiation. I said,
Is he?
Yeah, and I didn't get my car.
Oh.
They haven't called back.
Oh, shoot.
So I'm like, call them and tell them. Guys, I told Jim, I said, it's brand new. It's a brand new car. I'll pay $100 more than what I'm paying on my car right now. Well, they got it within $15, and he's like a hard no. Get it down around this.
And I don't care what they tell you the payment is. The payment doesn't mean squat. It's all about the difference.
Yeah.
It's about the total.
He wants
car dealerships start talking to me about payments. I'm just like, not listening.
He wants an extra $1,000 off of he wants an extra $1,000 for our vehicle.
Yes.
For my car, and it's very, very nice.
You should just sell it. Stacey's car is for sale. It's a brand new 2023.
It's a 21
red Acadia Denali, beautiful in perfect shape.
And do I take care of my cars?
And it's been very well taken care of.
Yeah,
it's for sale. Contact us by the way, with Beth and Stacey at gmail.com.
That's probably what I should do.
And you just sell it. There's not a darn thing wrong with it, so it's like you can sell it in good conscience.
I love the car,
and then take that money and then go buy the one that you want. There, just did it. Call me, email me. I'll sell Stacey's car today. Boom, bada bing. That's how you do it.
Yeah, because I can do that, couldn't I? I could just sell my car.
Yes.
So I owe a little bit on it and just get extra. Yes. Just sell it.
Because when that car dealership person is giving you the math, they need to say, this is the amount we're giving you for your car. This is the amount we're asking for this car. Do a subtraction problem.
Yeah.
This is the total that you're paying for your new car plus tax, title, license. And that's the number that matters. The payment, whatever. We'll figure that out later.
Okay.
That doesn't mean anything to the deal. So don't go by that.
Well, Jim went by that because this is the first time he's ever hardcore negotiated, and I didn't get what I wanted.
Telling you what,
well, maybe I will.
The last time they bought
car.
a car, guess who they called in the middle of their deal? Beth Cooper.
I did. Beth's like, walk away. I'm like, but I really want it. Walk away.
Walk away. They'll call you back when you get down the road. They walk away.
Well, Jim did this, and they didn't call back. So maybe I will just see what I owe my car, and then I'll just sell my car, and pay it off, and then go buy.
Yep, I got you, girl. Okay, so we're just solving problems left and right. And, if you have a problem that you need solved, we should do a show on that. Yeah. Write in your problems, and we'll give you free advice. We'll be like Dear Abby and Ann Landers, but on television.
We did them.
We talked about them on a past episode. You can go through our old episodes on YouTube, by the way, with Beth and Stacey is our YouTube channel, and find our episode on them. But no, we could totally be like them. People could write to us.
Maybe I'll just tell Jim
and we'll just solve their problems.
I'll put a for sale sign in my car and see. I got to see what I owe on it first, right?
Yeah.
And what it sells for.
Yep. Go to kellybluebook.com, KBB.com. It will tell you exactly what you owe.
What is happening right now?
Because I know what I'm doing,
It will tell me what I owe?
No, it'll tell you what you can get, not what you owe. Yeah.
I don't even know what I owe.
It'll tell you what it's worth.
I like it.
You need to know your mileage.
It's super low mileage because I don't hardly drive it anywhere.
Okay, you got an ad to
I
start
do
the
have
show?
an ad. Wow, I am my mind is blown right now.
Okay.
Okay, so I picked a Nike because this is what the Nikes that I remember.
Oh my gosh.
Because you were talking about you're buying Nikes for your
Yes,
kids.
yeah.
This is the Nike rerun, the Nike Daybreak. Back in the day, it felt like the perfect shoe. It's not so bad now either. We've revisited our original styles and crafted them to look 30 years old. So this is a new Nike, but this is 1970s ad. So this is a new Nike, but they made them look old. Isn't that crazy?
And then there's some mom that's like, I'm not paying for those shoes. They look like they've already been worn out.
Well, I'm looking at Abby's pants here. She's got holey pants. I love to wear holey pants. My mother would have never put me in holey pants forever. But let me finish this ad. We've revisited our original styles and crafted them to look 30 years old, fresh out of the box. And it's all there, almost to the stitch. The 1970s grade nylon, weird swooshes. That's what it literally says, weird swooshes.
Okay.
Aged laces, weathered foam, and, of course, those iconic color combos. It's vintage minus the annoying wait 30 years part. Nike, Beaverton, Oregon. How weird is that?
That's
in
weird.
the 70s, they brought back, because I don't know how old Nike actually is.
Yeah, I don't know.
But they're
either.
making them look back. This was, like I said, this was back in the 70s. They were making it look old. But that's the Nikes that I wore when I was in school.
Yeah.
Pretty neat.
Yeah.
Yep.
Are you sure that wasn't an ad from like
Nope.
now that's saying they're bringing back the 70s?
Nope. There was a 1970s. I went to 1970s ads. I always go to the specific site and the decades that I want.
Okay.
I don't know how long they've been around.
I don't know either.
But
interesting.
Did you find those when you were looking for shoes?
No. Not those. Not those. My kids would have been like, no.
Oh, absolutely not.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, we are going to take a commercial break, and I'm going to come back, and I'm going to talk about Ford Town. That's what we're going to discuss on this episode. So we will be right back.
At your locally owned Napa Auto Parts stores in Flora and Louisville, you can count on experts to have the solutions to keep you running on the road or in the field. More than just your car, the Napa Auto Parts stores in Flora and Louisville carry a large inventory of Napa products for farms, heavy trucks, and just about everything that moves. Experienced associates understand your needs and are ready to help with the perfect part at a great value. That's Napa Know-How at your locally owned Napa Auto Parts stores in Flora and Louisville. Briscoe Surplus Sales on the northeast edge of Flora is your one-stop do-it-all shop. Looking for rugged boots and footwear from great brands like Lacrosse, Rocky, and Carolina? They're there. How about top-notch small engine parts and service? Briscoe Surplus Sales has it. Whether you're wiring your switches or switching your wiring, Briscoe Surplus Sales has the solution and the know-how to help you get the job done right the first time. Briscoe Surplus Sales, your one-stop do-it-all shop.
We like technology at Flora Savings Bank. Here's what you can accomplish in our mobile banking app in less than 30 seconds. See account balances in your transactions, set up an account alert, make a transfer between accounts, get an alert text message about your transfer, pay a bill, turn your debit card off and then back on. It all happens in the palm of your hand with our free My Bank to Go app. Search My Bank to Go in the App Store or Google Play and give mobile banking a try. Flora Savings Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Welcome back to By the Way with Beth and Stacey. I am Beth Cooper.
I'm Stacey Earlywine, and I wanted to discuss Ford Town is coming upon us.
It is.
Yes, and I wanted to talk about what is going to be happening at the actual Ford Town that's coming up, not this weekend, but next weekend. And I wanted to touch, I found an interesting story. There's two Diane Hemphills.
Okay.
There's Diane Hemphill, my sister, and Diane Conklin Hemphill, who's married to my cousin David. Okay. Well, her dad apparently has newspapers which he's going to send us a bunch of newspapers because I love finding articles. But what I'm going to talk about was an actual article written from a St. Louis newspaper.
Oh, okay.
But I'll talk about it later. Right now, what I want to touch on is what's actually happening at Ford Town on my birthday.
Okay, yeah, give those dates.
September 21st. Here we go. Flora Tourism presents the 2024 Ford Town Fun Fest. Okay. Flora, Illinois, September 20th and 21st. The event is sponsored by North American Lighting.
Okay. That's
So-
nice. I didn't know they sponsored it. That's
See, I
good.
didn't either. I think that's kind of a new thing. I think
Okay.
like industrial parks wanting to start doing more.
Good, they should.
So Nostalgia Theater needs to get a hold of these people
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
So here's what's happening on September 20th. That's a Friday night. Friday, September 20th at 5 p.m., the Clay County Cruisers car cruise-in begins.
Okay.
That is really cool. So, like, if you guys haven't ever come downtown just to watch these old cars cruise in, it's really cool. And I believe we're not shutting off downtown this time. I think it's
Okay.
all going to be on North Main.
Oh, okay.
Right, because that Storm Brewing should be opening up
okay.
that weekend, too,
Oh,
which that
okay.
building looks amazing.
Yeah, it does look amazing. Kudos to those people that are
Yes.
opening the brewery. It looks great.
It does. It looks great. So Friday night, the cruiser cars are coming in at 5 p.m. At 5 p.m., family night hot dog cookout. Grilled hot dog, chips, and a drink for $5.
Okay.
So bring your kids out. At 7 p.m., this is awesome. Andrew's Family Magic and Library Park at the gazebo.
Oh,
we have
cool.
a magician coming.
Okay.
So fun. Everybody's always saying there's nothing to do.
uh-huh.
Here it is. There's a lot
Right.
going on. At 8 o'clock, cruise in ends and free family movie night begins in the park. So they're
Okay.
going to do a free family movie night. Popcorn and crystal literal cookies will be for sale. Bring your blankets, your lawn chairs, and get comfy. So literally Friday the 20th, you can see old classic cars. You can buy your family a hot dog, chips, and a drink. There's going to be a magician in the library, and there's going to be a free family night at the park.
Very nice.
That sounds like a good Friday evening.
Yes, it does.
This is Friday, September 20th, and it all starts at 5. Okay, now we're Saturday the 21st, which you know what the 21st is.
your birthday.
Yay.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure they scheduled Fort Town on my birthday to basically celebrate my birthday.
Uh-huh.
Don't you think that's probably what
I
they've
think
done?
so. Yes.
I'm almost positive
Yes.
that's what they've done.
I think so. Yes. Why wouldn't they, right?
I'm thinking that's the case. So Saturday, September 21st, 9 a.m., the Clay County Cruisers Car Show. So the cars will still be there. We're having a DJ music at 9 and craft vendors and food trucks open.
Cool.
So there's going to be crafts.
There's a
and
DJ at 9 a.m.
9 a.m. They're probably just having music.
Oh, okay.
Like I don't know. It's probably Mark Smith because Jim.
Uh-huh,
We got
okay.
a volleyball tournament.
Yeah, you
right?
have a volleyball tournament that day at the Flora High School. It's a home tournament. So if you're more interested in volleyball, you can go see. You can do both.
You can do both because I'll probably go back and forth.
Uh-huh.
At 12 p.m., craft brew wine festival chili cook-off sampling begins. So here's what else is happening. So that Storm Brewing is opening up, and that's their grand opening weekend. So Storm Brewing will be opening. There is a small wine festival and a chili cook-off sampling. I'm making my chili.
Oh, you are? You're participating?
I'm participating in the chili cook-off.
Oh, I'll vote for you.
Because my chili's great, and I'm going to. And I can't give my secrets out, but my chili's good.
Uh-huh.
And chili over that can, and I can't
Okay.
talk about it anymore.
Now I'm interested. I have a business. I'll be out of town for work, but I'll be coming back in on that day. So I'll be back in. I hope I'll be
Wait a
coming
minute,
back in.
wait a minute.
I'm coming back on the 21st.
I thought you were going to be at the school with the volleyball game.
Yeah, I'm hoping to make it back to go to the volleyball game.
Oh, so you got to work. That's no
I
fun.
have to work, but I don't have to work Saturday. I just have to drive home from the trip, which is about a 5.5 hour
Okay.
drive. So I'll get up early that morning and drive home, and then hopefully hit some volleyball and some chili.
Okay, well,
That's
everybody
my
needs
plan.
it. So 1 o'clock. Here we go. Live music by the Benefits.
Okay, they're good.
They're very good. Extreme inflatables, rock wall, and zip line opens. $30 unlimited access, all ages. So you can take your kids down there, and they can, for $30 a child,
Uh-huh.
they can just play all day long.
Oh, that's nice.
That's very nice.
Zipline sounds fun.
Yeah, they did that out at the park for something. I can't remember
Okay.
what that was. Was it 4th of July? Very neat. At 3 p.m., the car show awards, and then the craft beer judging begins. So we got chili judging going on. We got craft beer judging.
Wonder how many people will participate in that.
I don't know. I hope a bunch. At 4 p.m., the craft brew winner is announced. The chili sampling ends. So you literally,
What time does the chili sampling
the
end?
chili sampling starts at 12 noon.
Okay.
And then it ends at 4. So you got 4 hours to go down and try some chili.
Okay.
And then more live music by Just for Spite. Do you know who that is? I don't either. At 4:30, they will announce that I've won the chili cook-off.
Okay.
And then, get this, at 7 p.m., we're having live music again by American Pie.
Well, that's great. 3 different bands.
And
Good.
7 p.m., the extreme activities conclude. So you can drop your kids off.
Well, they probably don't want you to drop them off.
Well, I meant, you need to pay them, but you know what I meant.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And keep your kids occupied.
See, so this
All day.
is the beauty of it. When you have somebody like North American Lighting sponsor
Mm-hmm.
this, we can get more and more people.
Uh-huh.
It's kind of like whenever you're doing
Mm-hmm.
Apple Knocker. I mean, it's exhausting
Uh-huh.
to try to raise money to do this type of thing. But yeah, so they have put a lot of time into this.
That's wonderful.
and
That's a great event.
It is. This is probably the best Ford Town event we've ever had.
It sounds
And
like
I'm
it.
not gonna lie. I like it not being downtown. I like utilizing Library Park.
I do too.
because it's pretty
I do
there.
too. Yeah, it is very pretty.
Library Park
and it
is
doesn't
great.
mess with traffic as much.
I agree. I absolutely agree. So now that we've talked about that, now I've got to find where I'm at here and find my article here.
Okay, let's talk about Ford Town.
So this is a neat article that I found. Well, I didn't find it. My cousin Diane Hippill was in the shop, and she was like, "Oh, my dad's he keeps old newspapers." I'm like, "I want every newspaper he has." So she was like, "Oh, okay."
Does
She's
he
like,
keep old phone books? I want those.
I asked.
Oh, okay.
So I've been
Okay.
asking about old
Okay,
phone
good.
books. So anyway, this article was written this was Sunday, September 25th, 1960.
Okay.
And this was apparently in St. Louis, there was a St. Louis paper called the Globe Democrat.
Sure.
And it was written by Ralph Wagner.
Ralph Wagner. Okay.
Don't you think that's don't you want to go
kinda
Ralph
hard.
Wagner?
Ralph Wagner. Ralph Wagner? Ralph Wagner.
Yeah, we're going to go Ralph Wagner. Okay. Flora steps on gas in its week-long holiday on wheels. Turns into Ford Town, USA, as residents test 1,500 vehicles. Okay. Flora, Illinois. This typical mid-American small community became Ford Town, USA this weekend. The Ford Motor Company turned over more than 1,500 new model cars and trucks Saturday to every vehicle owner that lived in town for the next 6 days to test drive. So it's like, it makes you wonder, of course, the reason why Flora was picked for Ford Town, for Ford to do this, at that time, we were literally smack dab the center of the population in the United States of America. Okay?
Yep.
So that's kind of a neat, if you think about Flora, we have a lot of claims to fame.
We really do.
If you think about it, there's a lot of neat stuff. And you got to drive this car.
Yeah, each family got a car, a brand new Ford, to drive for a week. The pictures of Ford Town are amazing. Like,
They
for
are.
people that aren't from here, that have never seen it, amazing pictures.
They are really,
Like, 99% of the cars were white, right? I think
They
there was
were-
a few that weren't, like maybe just like 2 or 3.
yeah, there's an original. There's an
Yeah,
original
there's still
car.
one around.
Ty, did you load up, not the picture I sent, I don't want that yet. Did you look at any other pictures?
Okay, let's see this
let's
one.
see some of them. Let's
Yeah,
look at some
so-
of these. Oh,
okay,
well,
yeah.
of course you like that picture. Look at the beautiful building in the back.
Yeah,
Here, he's going to throw some pictures up for us.
oh, that one
There
wants to
it
be
is.
tiny.
Yeah, this was from a couple years ago. This one's going to be the original picture. Look at,
Yep.
see that one on the right by the beautiful Town Theater.
Yep, that's
Welcome Ford Town. That's the original.
That's one of the originals that's still here.
Yeah, that.
Yep.
Do you know who owns that car?
Someone told me and I forgot.
I can't remember who does own that car. But look at the and then
Yeah, pull up yeah, that's the car show. Pull up one of the
pull
old,
the old ones.
pictures.
Yeah, pull up one of the old pictures. We'll see what we can get here.
Go back, go back up to like one of the first 2 that
Well,
were
that's
on
a
that
good
list.
picture. Yeah,
Yeah.
that one up there. So I'm going to talk a little bit like this. This picture over here to the right. They're literally they parked all these cars in a gentleman's field north of town. So this is just somebody's field. Look at that.
This field was where, not Orchlands, but what is it now? Tractor Supply.
Tractor Supply
That's
is
about
at.
where this was.
Yeah, that area up there was nothing there because you're talking
Yeah.
this was in the 60s, 1960.
1960.
Yeah.
anyone that lived in town. So this wasn't all of Clay County. It was anyone that was in the city limits of Flora.
Yeah, because we're not talking. It was literally specifically Flora, because Flora was the middle of the.
Yes.
Look at all the people standing around there.
Yeah.
I don't.
And some people got convertibles. Some people got family cars. Some people got wagons, sedans. They're all different makes and models.
My parents were married at this time, and I don't ever remember them talking about it.
Well, I was under the impression that my dad's family had gotten one of the vehicles. I think the last time I asked about that, it was actually no, he didn't. They lived at the West Y. They lived not very far from Julian's. They were out of city limits, so they didn't get one.
Oh, okay.
At the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you can just leave that up there I like that picture for a little bit.
Yeah.
Flora has gone all out in response. The occasion is Ford's national preview of its 1961 models. More than 1,500 automotive writers from across the nation will be on hand through the week, gauging the reaction of Flora drivers to various Ford styles. From sports cars and station wagons to ambulances and dump trucks.
Ambulances? What? I didn't hear anything about that.
Yeah, how cool is that?
Huh.
I would have picked. So I wonder if you got to pick your own.
I think you did.
That white convertible with that black top right there, that'd been what I'd got.
Yeah, that would be cool. But if I had a bunch of kids, I would have picked one of the wagons or something.
Oh, well, yeah, I forgot about the children.
Yeah, and if you want to keep searching other pictures, I know there's a picture of like downtown of cars, just downtown Flora. Just every car was one of these white cars.
Yeah, I'll keep talking about this because there's a cute little story of a little boy.
Okay.
But I'll keep going here. So ambulances and dump trucks. Flora, 100 miles east of St. Louis, has spent the last 5 months sprucing up for what the citizens agree is the biggest event in the town's history.
I would agree with that. And probably
absolutely.
ever.
And ever.
And ever has been.
I think so,
Always
too.
has been.
To convert this quiet community of 5,500, and boy, our population, because back in the 60s we were 5,500. What are we at now? Are we still at 5,000?
Right around there, I think.
Into an automobile show, the Ford company has set up 5 truckloads of tent equipment, rented 4 offices, installed 80 telephones, assembled an electronic memory machine for a reaction study, rented 5 DC-3 aircrafts and a helicopter, and hired a roving German band.
I didn't know any of that.
Now, did you know any of that?
No. A roving German band.
Yeah, because like after the festival was over, they actually did a street dance that night, and it was a German band.
How funny. I didn't know that. That's cool.
I wonder if they did.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's funny. Yeah, but can you believe that? 5 truckloads of tent, 80 telephones. They installed 80 telephones. And what's the assembled? Get this. This one kind of makes me a little nervous because it was the 60s. An electronic memory machine for a reaction study. What do you think that is?
Do you like your car? That wasn't the right answer. Do you like your car?
Oh, that's funny.
Oh,
we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we're going to come back and talk a little bit more about Fort Town.
At your locally owned Napa Auto Parts stores in Flora and Louisville, you can count on experts to have the solutions to keep you running on the road or in the field. More than just your car, the Napa Auto Parts stores in Flora and Louisville carry a large inventory of Napa products for farms, heavy trucks, and just about everything that moves. Experienced associates understand your needs and are ready to help with the perfect part at a great value. That's Napa Know-How at your locally owned Napa Auto Parts stores in Flora and Louisville. Briscoe Surplus Sales on the northeast edge of Flora is your one-stop do-it-all shop. Looking for rugged boots and footwear from great brands like Lacrosse, Rocky, and Carolina? They're there. How about top-notch small engine parts and service? Briscoe Surplus Sales has it. Whether you're wiring your switches or switching your wiring, Briscoe Surplus Sales has the solution and the know-how to help you get the job done right the first time. Briscoe Surplus Sales, your one-stop do-it-all shop.
We like technology at Flora Savings Bank. Here's what you can accomplish in our mobile banking app in less than 30 seconds. See account balances in your transactions, set up an account alert, make a transfer between accounts, get an alert text message about your transfer, pay a bill, turn your debit card off and then back on. It all happens in the palm of your hand with our free My Bank to Go app. Search My Bank to Go in the App Store or Google Play and give mobile banking a try. Flora Savings Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
To, by the way, with Beth and Stacey. Today we're talking about Ford Town.
Yes, and talking about all the fun thing that Ford took to bring, their cars here. It's just really cool because like people like you take like why is America the way it is? Vanderbilts, they were the steel. Carnegie, no, Vanderbilts were shipping. Carnegie was steel. Rockefeller was oil. Ford was automotive. When there was this documentary, and it's talking about the big Ford that built America.
Yeah, the men that built America. If you haven't seen that documentary, yes, you should totally watch that documentary. It's so good.
It is so good.
So good.
It is so good. You know what they all are? Capitalists.
They are capitalists.
Capitalism is good.
Capitalism is what makes America America.
It is what makes us who we are. But yeah, so I mean, it's just kind of neat that it all happened the way it did. And I love the way they were just like, it makes you wonder if they're like, okay, let's just put the map of America. But nope, that's not what it was. It was actually specifically designed for the middle of the population at the time. Ty's got some more pictures up. Let's see what we got here.
Okay.
You may have to read the cap. Oh, boy.
Welcome to Ford Town, USA.
Look at that. Now, I'm trying to think, which way are we looking? Where's the Stanford building? I always go by the Stanford building.
We must be facing east.
Yeah. Oh, is that the town theater way down there?
Yeah.
So the Stanford building's on the right. So this is probably like if you're like right in the middle of town looking toward the east.
And everybody's out cruising in their new
Oh,
Fords.
my. Can you imagine?
There's another view that's kind of more of an aerial view of all the cars. I think it's probably taken from the. There we go.
There we go.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You guys, how cool is that?
Yep. Yep, that's the one I was thinking of.
Oh, isn't that the greatest picture?
I was thinking that one was probably maybe taken from the top of the theater, but I don't know. You even have a policeman out there directing traffic, and he's probably thinking, I want to go drive my Ford.
Right.
But his wife is probably driving it.
What's the building? Because that building right there on the corner is where Phil Wiley's at now. What's that say?
Richter's or something? I don't know what that is.
I think I remember a Richter's. It was probably another. Back in the day when shopping downtown in Flora was magnificent.
And look how many people are just on walking the sidewalks.
Yeah, that's definitely a sight to see, isn't it? Mm-hmm. And it makes you wonder what happened to all those vehicles if they just got after.
Well, so at the end of the week, Ford came and took them back, and then each family,
you could buy them.
You had the opportunity to buy it. So if you loved the vehicle that you had driven for a week, you had the opportunity to pay for it.
And was it like
there were several that did? I think someone told me once, like 5 or 6 people did buy them,
and it was like $5,000-$6,000. It wasn't
very much. In
much.
Today's money, it would be nothing, but then it was quite a bit of money.
Absolutely. So now we're going to talk a little bit about Flora's response. You can just leave that picture up because I think it's a cool picture. Flora's response. By way of response, Flora's citizens have paved streets, built culverts, and renovated buildings. The local garden club has cut weeds and planted flowers. The fire department burned down several unsightly vacant buildings and turned the empty lots into public playgrounds.
Wow, I didn't know that either.
Can we bring that back?
Yeah, no kidding.
Because do you remember a day whenever they, I remember a day where like old houses they would do controlled burns, and then the fire department, I wish they really need to bring that back. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, burned it and had empty lots into public playgrounds. Here's where they got the high school involved. Flora High School students have spent the last 6 weeks painting the town's parking meters. Do you remember parking meters downtown?
I do.
I do too. The town's parking meters.
I don't know if I remember them in our town.
I remember them in Flora.
I guess I just remember them when I was little, but I don't know that I was necessarily in Flora. It could have been Harrisburg.
I remember as a little girl, like running back and putting nickels in the parking machine while my mom was shopping downtown. So they got the high school painting the town's parking meters, a variety of rainbow colors. Storefronts have been modernized. New red concrete has been poured in front of the firehouse. Trash cans have been placed on downtown street corners.
Red concrete?
Yep, that's what it said. The new red concrete has been poured in front of the firehouse.
I want some red concrete.
Which the firehouse
cool.
would be where Storm Brewing's at now, which looks amazing. We can't talk enough about Storm. I think that's going to be a really good thing for the town to have.
Yeah, I do too.
The whole town's taken on a spanking new spit and polish air.
I like it.
Some 1,338 cars, all painted white, and more than 200 trucks, nearly all of these blue, have been brought into Flora for a week's use by residents. The replacement of vehicles includes police cars, school buses, and even the garbage truck and fire engine.
What? I didn't know any of that. The school buses and everything. Huh.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
It is the neatest thing. Ford rented William Gatewood's 15-acre wheat field north of Flora. So that's that wheat field. So
that's where they were all sitting.
Yeah.
It's where you had to go pick them up. And they were given a certain day and time, and it was like a Saturday morning or something. Everyone had to show up at a certain time.
Yeah, can you imagine? Oh.
And then I wonder, like, the car that they drove there to pick up their other car, was it allowed to stay parked in that field all week? Like, how did they?
Oh, yeah.
Like, so, or did you just get dropped off at that field to go pick up your car, or like, where was everything else parked?
Yeah, because if you've got the whole field full of 1,500 cars, there's like nowhere else to.
Sounds like a logistics nightmare. I'd say whoever planned this thing, like even from not just from the Flora end of it, but from the Ford end of it, whoever was over this whole event was a very intelligent, organized person.
Yeah, because did you see how those cars were parked in that field?
Yeah.
It was perfect. I would imagine you probably got dropped off or something. This is crazy. Without disclosing plans for the promotion, the team asked Flora's car owners what type of Ford car they would buy if they planned to buy one soon. Unaware of it at the time, the Flora's car owners were selecting the models and accessories they would use this fall.
Oh.
The results turned out 69.6% for standard size Fords, 20.8 for compact Falcons, and 9.6 for Thunderbirds.
Okay, so there's a lesson to be learned here.
Okay, let's talk about that for a minute.
If somebody sends you a survey about what kind of car you would like to drive if you were going to buy a new one, just fill it out, because you never know. They might be giving you a new one to drive. For a week.
That's true.
I doubt it would happen again with today's economy, but you never know. If I ever get a survey like that, I guess I'll answer.
Ty, show the picture that I sent now. We'll take this one off. This is the mayor of the time. I don't, were you able to separate them? No. Just put them both up there, because this is from the top picture is the keys to a new Ford are handed to Flora's mayor, Norman Bryden, by Ford Representative Walter Murphy. Okay, so that's the top. Now, this, in the convertible below, this is the Diane Conklin Hemphill's dad and mother, herself and her brother. Oh. In the convertible, they'll drive for a week, Mr. and Mrs. Robert G. Conklin and their children, Steve 4 and Diane 7.
Aww.
September 1960, Globe Democrat. But yeah, so that's them driving there. That's my cousin Diane Hemphill sitting there with her brother Steve Conklin, and that's her mom and dad.
Oh, that's so cool.
Isn't that the neatest thing?
Yeah, very neat.
Yeah, so yeah, he's the one that sent the picture. It was so funny because like Diane was just like, "Oh, my dad found a article from the Globe in St. Louis," and I'm like, "Send it to me right now." So she sent it to me Messenger. Isn't that neat? Let me go back to my story now.
Yes.
Okay, here we go again. Now, this is what's kind of funny. Okay, so we just talked about them asking people what they would drive. I got to keep track of my time. One of Flora's younger citizens, 5-year-old Joe C. Hyde Jr., got his name on the list of car owners by error.
Oh, no.
When Ford officials discovered the mistake, they put a toy white Model T on the lot for him.
Oh, that was cute. I wish we had a picture of that.
There wasn't that, but can you imagine? So this little Joe Seahigh, a 5-year-old, somehow got his name on the paper to be a car owner.
That's funny.
It makes you that they put a toy white Model T on the lot for him. I wonder if Joe. I know some Seahighs, but I don't know Joe Seahigh Jr. If he was 5 at the time, so he was born in 55.
I wonder if his dad got one of the big ones and they accidentally just listed the junior.
Yeah, because Joe Seahigh Jr., but Joe Seahigh. But they gave him a little Model T, a toy. Boy, I hope he kept that all those years. That would be something to have. So anyway, but the little fella got his car. That's
Good.
And apparently, so everybody's driving around town having a big time. Can you imagine the horn honking downtown?
No.
You'd think Dragon Main in the 80s was fun.
Yeah.
That would have been totally different.
Oh, wow.
And then, so that night, everybody was still congregating downtown. And that night, they had their street dancing at night to the strains of the German band.
Well, very cool.
And I'm not done. Now we're going to talk about a very important person coming in, and that would be the governor. What time is it? We better take another break, and then we'll come back, and we'll finish our story here.
Do you bowl like this? That's great. Do you bowl like this? That's great too. That's because whether you're a pro or you just want to have a lot of fun, at Peggle's Silver Dollar Lanes, we have a lane for you. We have galaxy bowling, gaming for kids and adults, Joe's Pizza, a full bar, darts, pool, and fresh and clean bowling shoes. Boy, does that smell nice. So come on down to Peggle Silver Dollar Lanes in Effingham, where we have a lane for you.
My name is Robin Stanford. I own Stanford Marketing. It's a promotional products business along with an embroidery business. And we do custom hats, t-shirts, anything, you name it, we can make it. People like that we do stuff in-house and we can actually make things here and that we're not contracting the work out to other places. We never say no. We always try to find a way to do it. If anybody can do it, we can do it. We are hardworking women, that is for sure. Come to Stanford Marketing in Flora for all your custom and promotional needs.
Give me order lumber. Doors, paint, windows, electrical, plumbing, and much more. Oh yeah, give me all your guns too.
John Lucas,
What?
you better be dreaming about all the stuff we sell here at Zink Building Center.
Oh, I would. Zink Building Center in Louisville on Route 45. It's a cool place.
Welcome back to By the Way with Beth and Stacey. I'm Beth Cooper.
I'm Stacey Earlywine, and we are talking about a story that I got from Diane Conklin Hemphill's dad that he sent to me. And we're talking about Fordtown back in 1960 because that event is coming up on September 20th and 21st. Some 330 vehicles will take part in a parade of antique cars Sunday at 10:15 a.m. So they not only had their Fordtown cars then, but then they had an antique parade,
cool.
Which is cool. So you're talking 1960. Could you imagine the Model Ts coming through?
Yeah. Can you imagine going to an antique car show held in 1960? Because when you go to an antique car show now, most of the cars that are there are 1960
70s,
80s.
Yeah.
Easy, so
what is an antique like? Because the 80s is knocking on. I graduated in 85 in my 40-year class for you. So the 10 more years in the 80s, my year's is going to be an antique. Is it 50 over 50 years?
And I bet if it was, I think it's anything over 30 years, I think. But
is it really? If they
were in 1960, the cars from the 1950s wouldn't have been considered antique. So you're going way, way back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm an antique.
You're an antique. I'm a double antique. So Governor Stratton will arrive by helicopter to make the main address in ceremonies dedicating the new Flora Airport, where a $100,000 extension has been added to a runway. Now, see, we just did that episode on the original airport that was down south of Elmwood. So I didn't realize
this is the new airport now. I think
this is the airport that you see now that we all see that we drive by now in 1960. So in 1960, they put a new $100,000 extension on. But how neat is it that happened that the governor was in town the same day Fordtown happened?
Yeah.
Jet planes will stage, get this, jet planes will stage a sky show over the airport. And there'll be a parade into town for more festivities and speech making.
Ooh, I wonder who gave a speech. It does sound like a fun day. I mean, honestly, if I had a time machine and I could go back, I would go back to that day. I would like to experience that.
I think I would go back to...
I'd be there.
I think I'd go back to Fordtown. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think I would go back 1960 September to do participate in Fordtown.
Yep.
Flora was selected for the preview because it's near the country's population center, and it's about the right size. It's centrally located in relation to the Ford Assembly Plant, which, as Mayor Norman Bryden puts it, I love the way he says this is great. I don't remember, of course, I wouldn't remember this mayor. It's the axle, the norm, the most typical of all American towns. It's a place of Halloween, pumpkins, harvest moons, over the corn stalks, and Valentine's Day with lacy hearts. It's a place where horseshoes still are played seriously, even at the standard bet of a nickel a game. We are the center of the culture by heritage and now, generally speaking, by census of the United States.
That kind of gave me chills.
Gave me chills. That's what the mayor of Flora said at the time during Fordtown.
Cool.
Isn't that the coolest thing? Yeah.
Yeah.
So, definitely go to Fordtown.
Absolutely. It'll be a fun celebration. Not quite the same as it was in 1960, but still
I like
fun.
the fact that we're
honoring it.
We're honoring Fordtown back.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's our heritage. We need to remember it. So, absolutely.
And so we finished up a little early. I pulled out another one of my Back Then in Sailor Springs. Ta-da! By Linda Davidson, because you know my favorite place.
I know, Sailor Springs.
And hopefully Tuesday night I win that big mega.
I hope you do too.
So I can buy Sailor Springs.
Yes. Yes.
I'm seriously going to do that.
Make a beautiful campground.
It would make perfect.
What are you going to do if nobody that lives out there wants to sell any of their land to you?
Oh, if I win that mega, they'll sell. Well, then
you're probably right.
Well, then I'll just buy up what I can and...
That's right.
Oh, they'll sell. They'll sell.
Okay.
Oh, it'll happen. I'm going to read this article from Back Then in Sailor Springs. Back then, so much was offered in this little village. Springs of flowering water sprang up everywhere in the village. Come walk with me and visit a spring. The pretty little spring area right off to the south of the historic brick sidewalk is unique. There is concrete built all around the spring, and you step down a few steps to the spring. You can sit on the steps or around on the concrete. In summer, stick your toes in the icy water. Enjoy a drink of ice-cold spring water. Around the top of the spring is a bar to keep persons from walking into the spring and falling. This spring was a favorite for the young teenagers and the elderly. It was easy to get drinking water from this spring. Anyone out riding bikes would stop at this spring and rest. It was on the route of everyone. The spring has always been taken care of by people in the town. Not long ago, the town board repaired this spring so it would flow again. Sometimes the sand would have to be pumped out of the springs because it would stop the water flow. Sitting at this spring, you can enjoy a great view of the spring grounds. Looking to the south, and you will enjoy the rolling hills of the ground. I mean, when I read these articles,
you're just taken back to that spot.
You're just taken back.
She's a good writer.
She's very good, Linda Davidson. Actually, not very far away looking south, you can imagine how the Glendale Hotel must have looked. It was just south on the spring ground, a little west of the spring, near the historic brick walk. What a view. Wow. It would overpower you. You would have to look high above, up to the sky, to see all its majestic and beauty. You would be able to see the historic brick walks of the spring ground. They were everywhere. You would have been able to see the pagodas, 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 dotted here and there on the ground. Now, okay, you're going to...
A pagoda is kind of like what's that wooden structure you have over your seating area in the back?
My pergola?
It's kind of like a pergola, yeah.
Okay.
But I think it's more round, like a
pagoda. Pagodas. dotted here and there on the ground. So they must have just been everywhere.
Uh-huh.
What a beautiful backdrop to the south as you sit on the steps of the little 5x5 concrete encased spring. To the north of the little spring area, step back on this historic brick sidewalk. Watch your step. In olden days, there were many people walking by and fro to the spring grounds and to the grocery stores. Restaurants, post office, ice cream parlor, barber shop, churches, butcher shop, and Sailor Springs Banking Company. We can't forget the doctors. They had people coming into town every day to get medicine and get their checkups. Just a little north of the little spring on the north of the sidewalk was a photography shop. It was owned by Bronson Kelly. He was the official photographer in Sailor Springs. This little part of the historic sidewalk was so busy, just unique in its own little way. You were always assured of running into someone at that area of the historic sidewalk. Hope you enjoyed your walk down memory lane.
Oh, that was good.
Yes.
I want to visit the real Sailor Springs back in that time. I mean, I've been there in this time, but I would love to be able to see that Glendale Hotel.
Oh my gosh, I've only seen pictures of it.
Uh-huh.
I can't even imagine.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
What a beautiful writer she was.
She was.
And I don't know, there's just something about whenever she writes that, she talks into such detail about it.
Yeah.
Of course, the picture that she has in every one of her back is the hotel. But I mean, you just can't even.
Right. So if you are watching and tuning into this episode and haven't seen our episodes on Sailor Springs, you can go back onto our YouTube channel, by the way, with Beth and Stacey, and go backwards. Sailor Springs has been covered at least twice. Different stuff about it each time, but go way back to the beginning of our shows. All of them are labeled on YouTube. But, it was the Mecca in Clay County. I mean, people came to Sailor Springs from all over.
Yep,
for their springs,
healing power,
the healing power. Yes,
yeah, it was just you. I've always said that of all of Clay County, Sailor Springs has got the most unique, most awesome history out of the entire county.
Yeah,
it was absolutely. It was almost little Chicago.
Yeah.
You got to take into consideration between the Chicago and Sailor Springs. Sailor Springs was on the map to get this new railroad station that was going to come down through here, and then Chicago ended up getting it. So Sailor Springs didn't get it, which I'm kind of glad. I'm kind of glad because
if it would have, we would have all been different than who we are now, because we wouldn't be small town people. We'd be city people.
I don't want to be city people. I'm not a city person, but but like I said, it's one of those things that it's just. And Sailor Springs, there are still residents there, and some of the springs have been covered up, and I would literally open that thing back up so fast. So people always because that Mega Millions is, what would you do if you ever won the Mega Millions besides give me money?
I'd give you some money. I would do some stuff for downtown Flora, but then I would probably get a house on the beach. I would like to live part of the year on the beach, and then the other part of the year, like this time of year when it gets really hot, I wouldn't be in Clay County. I'd be in Vermont.
You'd be in Vermont.
I would live in Vermont or somewhere like that from July to October, and then I'd come back to Clay County, be here through the holidays and stuff, and then probably come February I'd go to the beach for a little bit. I'd just travel more.
Well, I would build a new house, but it would be a Victorian house in Sailor Springs overlooking my campground.
Yeah.
I would seriously do that. Because, these people that win all this money, I would give.
Yeah, I would give
give it all.
I don't want to keep it all.
I would set up myself and my children, but other than that, I'd give everything. After buying Sailor Springs, I would give it all.
I would definitely give and help.
I wouldn't want that kind of money. That would make
I wouldn't
me nervous.
either. I wouldn't want it all either. But I would definitely set myself up to be able to travel and do whatever I want.
Oh, yeah. But I would build a new house. I'd build a Victorian house there and say a big old Victorian house. Somebody's got to take care of it.
Okay, so here's how I feel about the Victorian houses. You guys, I love them. Every time I go in one, I decide that's the one for me. But honestly, anymore, I don't really want one. I've gotten that to where I'm like, I don't like going up and down stairs.
Right.
I would probably build something that looked more like it was maybe more than one level. I like houses that appear tall, but it would probably just be one big, or you know what it would be?
What?
It would be mid-century modern, which is I love equally as much as Victorian era. So I would do a big old sprawling ranch that's with those great big rooms like they used to have. Anymore they don't.
You got to take my big Victorian. I'm not going to go up 15 stairs, and I'm going to put a bedroom and a full bathroom. But then if I won that, then I could just have somebody clean it and take care of it.
You wouldn't have to go up there.
I would never, and then I could pay somebody to go upstairs and take pictures of it.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I'll
right,
tell you
one
what.
of them little old lady wagons.
You build
an elevator.
Yes.
See, I could put an elevator in my Victorian.
You could. You just build your Victorian. I'll build my mid-century modern right next to it.
You're going to have to live in Sailor Springs.
Yeah. That's okay.
Yeah, you're going to have to live there. But we're always talking about that. But Diane, because bring it back to how it used to be with, I would do, like Sarah, I'd bring the gazebos back. I'd put the pond back in there. I would put a campground in. I'd build cabins. I'd build my house. And then my sister Diane is like, we're going to bring back the old Mayberry gas station. I want a gas station where you go and it goes ding ding, and they come out and check. I hate pumping gas, and we would put in that, and I put an old fashioned candy store in. I put a soda fountain in.
Yeah. Here's the thing. Everyone's always wanting to revitalize downtown Flora, and everyone's always trying to think of what could we do to downtown Flora to bring people in. One, you have to question, do you really want to bring people in? Because there are towns that have a lot of tourism, and then their locals aren't happy because there's so many strangers in their town all the time. So you really have to commit. But if you do want to commit to make it a destination that people visit, why not make it all old-fashioned down there? Why not, the thing that's charming downtowns that people love, Hannibal, Missouri, that it's the home of Mark Twain, so that gets a little bit of attraction, but it's also they've got this beautiful, St. Charles, Missouri, they're all on the river, but they have these beautiful downtowns that are old-fashioned, charming, make you feel like you're stepping back in time.
Lebanon,
Illinois, different ones you can think of. When you think of a downtown that you really, really enjoy going to, I'll bet you anything it's old-fashioned.
Agreed.
It makes you feel like you're walking back in time. And if Flora wants to do something like that to accomplish that, they're going to have to change things to where it feels like downtown, like it feels like an old-fashioned downtown.
I agree.
Candy shop, full-service gas station, a dime store kind of thing.
And the thing about it is, but you have to get people to come to those towns because the people of Flora aren't going to support it every day.
No.
Not going to happen.
Nope. It's
got
to be a destination.
It's got to be a destination. We got to bring them in. It's going to be awesome.
Yes.
Tuesday night.
Tuesday night?
Yeah, isn't that when they draw for the mega?
Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm like, what's Tuesday night? Okay. Yeah. I didn't buy a ticket. Obviously, she did. I'm just counting on you.
I'm going to put this whole county back to work. I'm telling you, I got a plan.
Okay.
Okay, this is...
Rules to Live by, or not Rules to Live By. It's Deeper Thoughts by Jack Handy.
I think the mistake a lot of us make is thinking that the state-appointed psychiatrist is our friend.
Oh, my gosh.
That's the best. Oh, Jack Handy, you make me laugh. So stupid, so fun. But that's it for this show.
Okay.
You need to tell everybody where they can see us.
Okay, so you can find us on Wabash Catch TV, channel 100, daily at 11 a.m. Our new episodes air on Thursdays and Fridays. You can find all of our episodes on YouTube. Our YouTube channel is called By the Way with Beth and Stacey, or just type in Beth and Stacey, then click on our channel, and you will see all of our episodes come up. Also, we're on Facebook, By the Way with Beth and Stacey. Like and follow us there, and you can always email us at bythewaywithbethandstacey@gmail.com.
That's it.
That is it for today. So thank you for joining us, and we will see you next time.
We will see you at the cemetery tour this week.
That's right.
That's right. Friday, Saturday night. God bless you and have a great day.